KazRosGas Company, Kazakhstan gas for world markets. KazRosGas is a highly effective and dynamically developing energy company. During the 9 years of its existence, the company has built up its name and become a recognizable brand both in the Commonwealth of Independent States and European markets. The foundation of such a joint venture was possible thanks to direct involvement of the President of the Republic of Kazakhstan, Nursultan Nazarbayev, and the President of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin. As a result, an interstate agreement between Kazakhstan and Russia regarding cooperation in the field of the gas industry was signed based on equal and mutually beneficial relations on November 28, 2001. On June 7, 2002, a charter and other related legal documents regarding the foundation of the KazRosGas joint venture was signed in St. Petersburg. The national company, KazMunayGas, and the largest Russian gas company, Gazprom, became equal shareholders in the newly created venture. On June 10, 2002, KazRosGas was registered as a legal entity in the Almaty Justice Department, Kazakhstan. Main areas of operations: implementation of joint projects in the oil and gas industry on the basis of equal and mutually beneficial cooperation between Kazakhstan and the Russian Federation. Exploration, development and exploitation of gas deposits. The purchase and marketing of natural gas on mutually beneficial and economically acceptable terms. Transportation and processing of Kazakhstan gas at gas processing plants of the Russian Federation, including gas volumes intended for consumption in the Republic of Kazakhstan. Sale of gas products in domestic and foreign markets. Optimization of routes for natural gas and the organization of swap operations in accordance with the state laws of the Republic of Kazakhstan and the Russian Federation on the basis of long-term agreements. KazRosGas started its business activity in 2002 by entering into an agreement with Karachaganak Petroleum Operating on purchasing crude gas from the Karachaganak field for 3 years. Karachaganak has become a major resource base for KazRosGas. According to a collaborative declaration signed by the Presidents of Kazakhstan and Russia on long-term cooperation in the development of Karachaganak gas processing and sales, dated July 17, 2006, and an interstate agreement between Kazakhstan and Russia on cooperation in the creation of a commercial entity on the basis of the Orenburg gas processing plant, KazRosGas signed a 15-year agreement with Karachaganak Petroleum Operating dated May 31, 2007 on the purchase and sale of crude gas. The signed agreement has become a brand new platform for KazRosGas in terms of stability and reliability of supplies. The agreement came into force on September 1, 2007. On the 1st of October of the same year, the first supply of gas was sold. The Karachaganak field is one of the largest gas condensate fields in the world. It is located in the northwest part of Kazakhstan and occupies a territory of more than 280 square kilometers. Its original reserves of hydrocarbons are estimated to be around 9 billion barrels of condensate and 48 trillion cubic feet of gas, and general reserves are estimated to be more than 2.4 billion barrels of condensate and 16 trillion cubic feet of gas. All bought crude gas is sent to KazRosGas to the Orenburg gas processing plant for refining. After that, the dry gas in the required volumes is consumed by the internal markets of Kazakhstan, and the remaining portion is sold through export contracts. KazRosGas processed Karachaganak gas for the first time in January 2007 at Gazprom Dobycha Orenburg, according to a direct agreement that was signed on the 12th of December 2006 in Orenburg. Gazprom Dobycha Orenburg was established in 1968 and is the largest gas chemical facility in the Russian Federation, fulfilling a wide range of tasks. The company is part of Gazprom and a territorial facility of the Orenburg region. The main activities of Gazprom Dobycha Orenburg include the research and exploration of new oil and gas deposits, the production of gas, condensate and oil, refining of crude hydrocarbon products, gas chemistry, services for refining crude products of third-party suppliers, and the transportation of gas, condensate, oil and its refined products. At a joint meeting on the 3rd of October 2006, the Russian and Kazakh presidents Vladimir Putin and Nursultan Nazarbayev signed a long-term agreement on gas collaboration in Uralsk. An agreement was signed on building a commercial entity on the basis of the Orenburg gas processing plant, according to which, on the 31st of May 2007, KazRosGas signed a number of long-term agreements covering purchasing and processing of Karachaganak field crude gas in the volume of 15 billion cubic meters per year and sale of the processed gas in the market of the Republic of Kazakhstan and its export. According to the signed agreements, Russia would contribute to the nominal capital by depositing assets of the Orenburg processing plant, and Kazakhstan would deposit its share in cash. These funds would be invested in the development of a gas transporting system and the modernization of the company. The national company KazRosGas and Gazprom were appointed as responsible entities in building a joint venture. Participation shares in the joint venture would be equally distributed. The major resource base of KazRosGas is crude gas from the Karachaganak field. Additional volumes of gas are bought from Tengiz Chevroil, which is developing the Tengiz field. The volume of crude gas bought from Karachaganak Petroleum Operating is increasing annually, and as a result, the dynamics of dry gas supplies is also increasing. The volume of collected crude gas in 2010 reached around 7.9 billion cubic meters. By 2011, the planned volume of crude Karachaganak gas is 8 billion cubic meters. The resource base of KazRosGas in 2010 was formed by the volumes of Karachaganak gas and Tengiz Chevroil. In order to meet the demands of Kazakhstan's consumers, the major volumes of refined dry Karachaganak gas are supplied to the internal market as a first priority. The mechanism of counter-delivery provision is obtained through the replacement of Russian gas, which is consumed by the Kostanay region, and Uzbek gas that is consumed by the southern regions of Kazakhstan, by equal volumes of refined Karachaganak gas at fixed prices. The counter-delivery scheme enables control over inflation in Kazakhstan and the supply of natural gas to the southern and Kostanay regions of Kazakhstan on beneficial conditions. KazRosGas sells all gas volumes obtained from Tengiz Chevroil to the national transporter company Intergas Central Asia, meeting the gas demands for its own needs. KazRosGas successfully sold gas for the first time in 2010 according to a new scheme of being a sales representative according to the commission contract with KazTransGas. The major counterparty exporting Kazakhstan gas is Gazprom Germania and Gazprom Schweiz. Exports of Kazakhstan gas is performed according to a long-term agreement reached with a subsidiary organisation of Gazprom, Gazprom Germania, by gas transfer at the border between Kazakhstan and Russia at the Alexandrovgai gas measuring station. Apart from the volumes of dry commercial gas, KazRosGas receives the full range of gas processing products as a result of crude gas processing at the Orenburg gas processing plant. Dry gas, sulfur, stable condensate, liquefied hydrocarbon, natural gas liquids, ethane, pentane-hexane fraction. The gas processing products are sold to almost all Eastern European countries, but the Russian Federation is still the main consumer in terms of volume. The development of its own resource base is one of the strategic tasks for KazRosGas. According to an interstate agreement between Kazakhstan and Russia on collaborative activities for geological research and exploration of the Imashiv transboundary gas condensate field, and agreement signed in April 2011 in Moscow, the range of the company's activities also includes the development of this field. This will give KazRosGas an opportunity not only to increase its resource base of Kazakhstan gas and volumes of its processing at Gazprom, but will also enable the required volumes of dry gas to be supplied to the internal market in Kazakhstan and increase the volumes of gas intended for export. According to the provisions of an interstate agreement dated September 7, 2010, both KazRosGas and Gazprom mutually identified our company as a unified operator on the implementation of the interstate agreement. All the related documents were signed on the 27th of April 2011 in Moscow. This agreement regulates the geological research and exploration of the Imashiv field in order to evaluate the reserves of hydrocarbon raw materials and create a technical and economic validation for further development of the field, with all the required expenditures equally divided between KazRosGas and Gazprom. The Imashiv gas condensate field is one of the largest fields in terms of its deposits of natural gas and condensate located in the Atarau region on the territory of the Republic of Kazakhstan and in the Astrakhan region of the Russian Federation. According to preliminary estimates, the recoverable reserves are estimated at more than 128 billion cubic meters of gas and 20 billion tons of gas condensate. This project will enable diversification of consumer marketing and collaboration on new projects with Gazprom on transportation, processing and sale of gas and its refined products. The implementation of a social policy is one of the most important factors in increasing the welfare of a country. Every year, KazRosGas actively participates in projects aimed at social support, implementing social projects and allocating funds into the construction of industrial and social infrastructures. Our company provides significant social work aimed at supporting and developing the cultural and humanitarian spheres of our society, provides assistance in education, healthcare and sport, and supports non-governmental organisations. The social policy of KazRosGas is directed at supporting children and elderly people. Every year during Nowruz and on the 9th of May, KazRosGas organises events for the veterans of the Second World War and the home fronts. Individual support is provided to all the veterans as well as those involved in clearing up the aftermath of the Chernobyl atomic power station disaster. Special attention is paid to supporting handicapped children and orphans. Support is regularly provided to gifted people. The social responsibility of our company has wider scope than simple sponsorship and charitable donations. Our social activity is directed towards the revival of spiritual and national values, support for culture, science and education, and the promotion of a healthy lifestyle. KazRosGas is striving to provide this support on a regular basis. Currently, the company's activity is aimed at providing maximum economic value through the implementation of new opportunities that can potentially increase the economic value of the company's assets. In the future, KazRosGas aims to become one of the leading gas developing companies in the region. This will strengthen the competitive ability of Kazakhstan and Russia and enhance their position in the world energy market. As repeatedly noted by the President Nursultan Nazarbayev, the countries are power-producing partners and therefore they always have to consider each other's interests. Therefore, the success of KazRosGas will serve as a vivid example of equal and mutually beneficial cooperation between Kazakhstan and Russia. KazRosGas Company, Kazakhstan gas for world markets.